Oliver Horovitz was accepted to Harvard, but the school delayed his enrollment. The 17-year-old started taking classes at St. Andrews University in Scotland. He also began caddying at his world-famous golf course. He's done so now for 7 summers. He shares his adventures in his new book. It is called An American Caddy in St. Andrews. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, why St. Andrews first? What was it about St. Andrews that made it so attractive to spend this year before you went to college?
Well, St. Andrews is a fascinating place. It's tucked into the east coast of Scotland. It's got 3 streets, and everyone plays golf in St. Andrews. So
the taxi driver
is a 3 handicap.
Yes.
The little old lady in Tesco supermarket, she's a member of the ladies putting club. Yes. Everyone plays golf.
Did you go with the intention of becoming a caddy?
I went to school there for a year at the University of St. Andrews and played on the golf team there. And then after that year, I just didn't want to leave yet.
Yeah. So how'd you end up becoming a caddy?
It takes a long time. You got to go and do a shadow caddy round, which means you follow an older caddy around the course. Then you do 30 assessed rounds as a trainee with a horrifyingly huge trainee caddy badge on your bib,
Yes.
which is terrible. And then you have to do this huge test after, a written exam. Then you might become a caddy.
But Oliver, let's talk about you because, listen, I was reading your book. You've loved this game since you were 9.
Oh, yeah.
Dare I say you were a little bit of a nerd alert because for Halloween, what
Thanks,
were you?
Gal.
You're welcome. What were you?
I might have been a golfer for Halloween 2 years in a row.
Okay, well, other kids were drawing Spider-Man on their comics. What were you drawing?
Golf holes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
This is not what I wanted you to say yet.
so you knew at an early age, my point is that you really did love this game.
Yes.
Now, what was fascinating to me about the book is I did not realize there was a caddy structure.
Oh, yeah.
That there's a hierarchy in being a caddy, which means what?
So at the top of the pyramid are the old guys who've been there forever. Then you have your full-time professional caddies who have looped on tour and British Opens. And then at the very bottom of the heap are the trainee caddies. Now, I was 18 when I started, American, a student, and a trainee. So I was the scum of the caddy yard when I started.
And chatty, too. You had some rough times.
I was deemed talkative, I would say, amongst the caddies when they didn't know what to make of me when I started.
What does the best caddy you've ever seen do for a player?
Yeah.
I think the best caddy I've seen can take 10 to 15 shots off their golfer's round.
Come on.
Minimum, who are playing it for the first time.
By doing what?
First of all, knowing their game. Within one hole, they zero in on what that golfer needs for the round. Picking clubs, reading putts, calming them down. These guys are so good. Their level of knowledge is insane in this
So
game.
how would you rate yourself as a caddy then?
I play a lot of golf. I was a 1.8 handicap when I started, so I played a fair amount, and that's what kind of won me respect in the shack, I think.
Yeah. So, do you think being a caddy makes you a better player?
Yes, for sure. When I play golf, I'm a completely different golfer than I am a caddy. When you caddy, you have to think course management. You have to think taking the driver out of your golfer's hands. When I play golf, I'm reckless.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you learned some hard lessons when you were there because one of the things you said is you never question a golfer in front of the caddy. You never question the caddy in front of the golfer.
There's so many rules when you
start.
start.
And you had made a couple of mistakes that way.
You're thrown to the wolves when you begin, and I made all those mistakes when I was in my first summer caddying.
You get to caddy for any celebrities?
I've caddied with Larry David, caddied for Huey Lewis of the News every single Dunhill championship.
And so what does Larry David's game say about him?
He's exactly like he is in the show. I mean, this is no big deal, just the best 4 hours of my life when I caddied for him.
Was there a moment in which you thought, I might like to make golf my life?
Well, you look at the guys in the shack, and they have made golf their lives. And in a way, they're living the lives of their dreams, because this is what they love. And for me,
But I mean as a player.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, when you're caddying, you're sort of like inside the ropes, and you're seeing all of the action.
Can I just ask you about what's in the news then really quickly, the pictures of Tiger Woods dating Lindsey Vonn.
Yeah.
Do you think this is kind of a PR campaign to sort of, right before the Masters?
Interesting. I hadn't thought of that.
What do you think?
Could be.
Yeah.
Tiger, I'm a huge Tiger fan. I've been a fan my whole life. And as a golfer, he's one of my heroes as a golfer.
And the best chance to win the Masters in a while.
We have one caddy who loves him so much when he was growing up, the Scottish caddy. He has the entire Tiger Woods range of clothing line, and he wears the exact same thing as Tiger is playing in every single day watching him.
Also known as Nerd Alert. The last line of your book, Golf, there's absolutely nothing like it. Congratulations to you, Oliver.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you. An American Caddy in St. Andrews is on sale now.